So one of the first things that Coach Eric Chile did was that he went on his social media, Instagram specifically, to update it to show that he is now working for Nigerian Super Eagles. And for me, this single gesture, it may seem small, but it goes a long way to show you that this man is really, really serious with this job. He is excited, he is confident, he is passionate about being employed by Nigeria, to handle the Super Eagles. And we are so glad to have him. Personally, I am very excited. I'm sure you guys are excited as well. So, of course, you already know that one happened around 11 a.m. This morning. The official unveiling. I let you guys know about it. Plus, I posted a picture in the community tab when it happened. So, it's now done and dusted. He now has the key of the Super Eagles. No more interim manager, interim leadership. Now we have a proper coach who can, you know, settle down and have his uh, coaching office or coaching department, a proper one, and then uh, attend to issues, build strategies, develop plans, and then execute, these plans to get results for the team. So that's what it is right now. Of course, the event was a very, very high profile one where a lot of stakeholders in the sports industry came around. Ibrahim Gusso, the leader of NFF. There's also Shehu Diko, who's the leader of the National Sports Commission, which is the biggest sporting body in Nigeria. And then the interim coach or former coach, Austin Ogwava, also attended that one. The the rumor is that he's going to be part of this team, part of Coach Eric Chile's team to help him familiarize himself with the boys, the team, the culture, just uh, all round nitty gritty things about the Nigerian Super Eagles, so that it becomes easier for Eric Chile to settle down, and perform. But without wasting too much time, Eric Chile has released his first set of statements, after that unveiling. And the first snippet that he said is that he said he loves scoring goals. He's a coach that loves to attack to get goals, and that all his previous uh, clubs that he had coached, they didn't have any issue of scoring goals. So this makes him the right fit for the Nigerian Super Eagles because, of course, if you look at our team, we have uh, a long list of strikers who are doing well in Europe, and this is something that Coach Eric Chile is looking to exploit. He wants to turn the Super Eagles into an attacking minded side. That's part of his plans, and that's part of what he has said. And for the other things that he said that well, I'm just going to read it and then as well post it on the slide on the screen so you can see it as well. So after the unveiling, he said, in his words, "The time, the time is the enemy of the coach, but I take my responsibility here. If you want to be a great coach, you need to take some risks. You need to make some sacrifice. Nigeria's team is more than a team. When I was young, this is my favorite team. I bought the shirt. I look at the games. During the World Cup in France, I was in Marseille. I watched the match. It's my team. I want to be in the history. The first thing I need to put in place my game project. I need to talk to the players. I'm strict. Sometimes I'm very hard, but I would be a big brother on the pitch with my players, and we are going to work hard for the team." And then uh he continues when he was asked question about how is he planning to manage big names like Osime, Lukman, Chukwueze and the likes. And then he said, we need to win the next game. Actually, I'm focused on the next game. After that, we will see about the other games. You need to put in place strict rules around this team. So this is what he said. And then he also said the most important is not Eric Schiller. It's not the players, not Lukman, not Osime, or the others. The first goal is Nigeria. This is the key aspect of what he has said, in his post unveiling interview. So you look at what he said now, you know that Eric Chile is a no nonsense kind of coach. He's a coach that is very high on discipline and seriousness, professionalism. So this is what we should be expecting from this man. Probably lots of training regulation because previous coaches have been accused by Nigerians and some ex-internationals that they've been too lenient or too passive with our players. That even little things like allowing our players to come to the training camp with Bluetooth sets, speaker, loudspeaker, phones. Sometimes phones, kind of disrupt the training and make them not to fully focus. Some small things like this have been uh, what Nigerians have pointed out. So it's looking like maybe Eric Chile is going to try to instill some sort of regulation, maybe cut out some of these things that may seem small but are taking away the inputs from, the inputs, as well as the output from our boys. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens, guys, for Coach Eric Chile. Just to give you a quick, interesting fact about Coach Eric Chile, he is 47 years old, and his employment by the Super Eagles is actually one that makes history because it's the first ever non-Nigerian African to handle the Nigerian Super Eagles as a foreign coach. Usually we would go for a foreign coach who is European, but this time around we are going for a foreign coach who's like still an African. Because technically his dad is from Africa. His dad is a Malian. He's from Mali. Then his mom is from France, and then he was born in Ivory Coast. So he has multiple nationalities, but originally from Mali because of his dad. So this is the man that we now have ourselves as the new head coach of the Nigerian Super Eagles, and is the 37th coach in the history of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, the 37th coach to be employed. And if you look at this now, you would start to think that Nigeria is almost looking like like Chelsea that used to employing, hiring and firing coaches. But we hope that this man's employment is going to yield fruits, and then we'll see great results. And at the end of the day, uh, maybe get him into the history books in the Super Eagles uh, history as one of the coaches that has done or that did some really fantastic job with the team, which is obviously his desire, as we've seen in the statement. That's the big guys. Leave your reaction. Stay tuned for more stories.